Hey guys, this week we're giving you some Crock Posse approved recipes.
And we're going to answer your Instant Pot questions.
Oh, we're having a whole lot of fun.
Hi, welcome back to another edition of As Goode as It Gets.
I'm Cris.
And I'm Mikey.
And this is a weekly chat from our car where we answer your questions.
All while having a whole lot of fun. As you can see, we're driving, just pulling out of the driveway. And Cris, can I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
Why are we doing the weekly chat from the car this week?
Because we are way off schedule and we decided that we would multitask and drive to breakfast this morning, actually brunch.
So you gotta call. It's Saturday.
He got a spell of the handymans this morning.
We slept in late today, and then Cris bought a new light for our closet. We've been redoing our bedroom and getting things organized, and the light that was in there, well, there was a 3-light fixture and only one light would work at a time for some reason. So we decided that we would put up a new light. I say we because she bought a new light and said, hey, go put it up. And I thought, well, what a perfect time to do it then.
Right before we were supposed to leave for breakfast.
Yeah, so as I'm trying to put the light up, she's going, I'm hungry. And
I was helpful too.
I knew it was only going to take me like 15 minutes to get it done. And about an hour and a half later, I finally had the light hung, and now it's 12:30 in the afternoon, and we still haven't eaten.
So we're going to our favorite all-day breakfast place.
Yep, we're still going to have breakfast.
So we thought we would just go ahead and pop the camera in the car and do the weekly chat on the way so we can still have it up on Saturday and still enjoy our family time.
I promise that I'm going to be paying attention to y'all, but I also have to focus on the road.
Yes, and you don't forget to stop at the post office.
Oh, we have to stop at the post office too because we hopefully have reader emails.
Not time yet.
Oh.
We got to do updates.
Okay.
So you all might know that we have a current giveaway going on. It technically ends today, so we will be starting to reach out to someone and hopefully get a hold of them, and then we'll announce it on next week's show who the winner is, who gets the apron of their choice between our Crockstar apron and our Crock Posse apron, and then they also get to choose either a casserole crock or the right size Hamilton Beach.
That's right.
Slow cooker. So that is going on. So by the time this goes live, you'll just have a few hours to give it to still enter, and you enter by subscribing. And if the subscriber doesn't respond when we notify them through the YouTube notifications, then we are going to on the show 2 weeks ago, we're gonna pick one of the commenters. So make sure you commented on that show. We'll put the link. Oh my goodness!
There's a bump. We've got road construction going on.
We got the link for that. We'll have that link for that show that you need to comment on down below as well.
Miss Ad goes and gets the mail.
This is the multitasking edition.
Here you go, baby. Hurry, because you got to be back for the menu.
Okay, so speaking of Crock Posse and all that stuff, because of all the chaos last weekend, we didn't do a shout out. So we're going to call this the shout out edition because we're going to do shout outs throughout all of the reader emails today. And then
the camera got crooked.
And then we're also going to have a shout out at the very end. So make sure you check the very end. People are starting to receive their aprons and taking pictures of that and sending it in to us and sending us these awesome stories. So make sure if you get an apron or if you cook one of our recipes that you send us a picture of it and send it to Cris at recipes.crock.com.
Or Mikey at recipes.crock.com.
Yes.
Or if you want to harass her, Aunt Lou at recipes.crock.com.
And then we will definitely try and do a shout out. So we've received all the ones that you guys have sent. And we should be getting through most of those today. So
cool.
And one other announcement to get us through the updates is, you guys know we didn't have Church Song Sunday last week. We're not going to have it this week because Miss Ad is going to church camp. So we are going to be driving there and consoling ourselves that Miss Ad's going to be away at overnight camp. So with that, I think it's time for reader emails.
Reader email.
we're driving or he's driving, I'm going to read all the emails today so that we don't have a problem.
Yeah, we're going to drive safely while we do this.
Okay, so our first email comes from Karen, and Karen tried, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the recipes that people have tried recently.
Car coming. We're going to drive mostly safely.
So Karen wrote us about the Crustless Crock-Pot Pizza, which is a huge reader and viewer favorite.
Yep.
She says, I have your Crustless Crock-Pot Pizza in my Ninja. This is the first time I made it, and I sent you a couple pictures, which we'll put right here. And she said it should be done in less than 2 hours. She said she got is that Bobolini? Is that how it's said? Pizza crust, like the kind you get over by the pizza sauce. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she said you could put that the crustless pizza on top of that for people who want crust, like her husband. That she's not supposed to have sugar or carbs for a few weeks, so she's thinking it's a perfect recipe for her, and that is true. A lot of low carbers really like that recipe.
Yeah, we had a friend last night that joined us for the work week wind down, mm-hmm. and she had just missed it, and for some reason the YouTube wasn't working with her, and it kept kicking her out, and it wasn't working. So Naomi, try it again next week. We're going to do that every Friday. But Naomi also hit us up on Facebook, and we chatted for a moment, and she said that she had just made the Crustless Pizza for her family and said it was an absolute winner. So yay, glad you guys are liking
really
that recipe.
Loving it, and you can adapt it to whatever your favorite flavors are. Like I think it has pepperonis on it. But
I think she said that she put the whole kitchen sink in.
That's funny. Well, Claudia also wrote us, and she showed us a picture of her new Crock Star apron. But she also talked about that she made our Mississippi chicken in her Instant Pot.
Mississippi chicken.
So
Mississippi chicken. One day I'm gonna get that recorded.
That's another big favorite, both at our house and then also with readers and Crock Posse members. And she just sent us this really lovely note about how the channel has been really transformative for her, which we just really appreciate when you guys share those kinds of details with us. And so
we love that it's going beyond the kitchen, that it's going beyond the crock pot. You get it, it's going right in here.
Yes. And so she said, I know you try to speak life on your channel, and I can tell you that it has made a huge difference in my life. Love you so much, Claudia from Fort Worth, not Dallas, Texas.
There's a difference.
So, thank you, Claudia. And last but not least, in our reader emails, we have an email from Sharon, and I've already written Sharon back, but she's asking some Instant Pot questions, because I know a lot of you are trying to decide, is this something that you want, or is it something worth, spending any kind of money on? And the question, it's going to be different, or the answer is going to be different for everyone. And so these are some of the questions Sharon had, so I thought we would share them in case some of you guys had some of the similar questions. So she said, an Instant Pot has not as yet joined the family. Still thinking about it. In theory, it sounds like something I would like to have. In practice, I'm not so sure. Visions of dinner all over the walls still haunt me. I've been there. Not with my Instant Pot, but with the old-fashioned pressure cookers. I've totally been there.
That thing will steam clean a ceiling.
I've been wondering if the Instant Pot gets hot enough that it would heat up the kitchen enough to be noticeable. That, of course, would be fine in the winter, but down here in West Tennessee, the temperatures are already heating up, along with higher humidity levels. Not so fine. Speaking of the humidity levels, have you noticed any difference in the kitchen when using an Instant Pot? P.S. Have you ever wondered why Southern ladies don't seem to age very fast? Summertime humidity is the answer. It's good for the skin. At least that's what we tell ourselves to make high humidity bearable. Well, I will tell you, in Indiana, the humidity definitely gets pretty thick.
Yep.
And I've not noticed the Instant Pot heating up the kitchen. Have you?
Well, it's like this. It's going to heat up, but it heats up for such a shorter time period. I mean, think about it. If you have a dish that you're cooking in the oven and you're going to cook it for 2, 3, 4 hours, or if you're even going to do it in your slow cooker, you're going to cook it for 8 hours, you're going to have that heat source going for that long period of time. Or if you're over the stove cooking something in a pot or in a pan or in a skillet, you're going to be actually standing over the top of that heat the whole time, and it's going to heat you up as well as the kitchen. Whereas the Instant Pot, is it going to heat up? Yeah, but it's not noticeable until the heat really doesn't escape. It's holding all the heat in the Instant Pot until you let that heat escape. Whenever it does either the slow release, it releases on its own, or if you do the manual release, yes, it's going to release a lot of that pressure, which is going to in turn shoot a lot of that heat out. But it's going to happen so fast, I would say that it's going to dissipate a lot quicker than if you have something slow burning or slow cooking in your kitchen that's going to keep that heat going for a long period of time.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed a big difference. I mean, clearly if you do a quick release, it's going to let all that steam out at one time. And I don't know that it's necessarily made the kitchen more humid. Now the steam will be damp, but it doesn't make the air like thick.
No, like because it does it so
humidity.
fast.
Yeah. So I don't know. How about others who are in high humid areas that have an electric pressure cooker? Have you noticed a difference? For me, I like it because it isn't heating up the whole kitchen. It's just keeping it kind of contained to a device, and a lot of those meals you can do the entire meal inside the Instant Pot, so you don't have to worry about side dishes and all that kind of stuff. So, right. But I'll also say I don't think my slow cookers are heating up my kitchen, even though they're cooking all day either.
No,
I mean, that's one of the reasons I like using both the Instant Pot and the slow cooker during the summer, because it doesn't heat up our kitchen.
Right. And see, that's the thing about a pressure cooker, where you do something on a stove or in an oven, it's got that heat surrounding it, but also that heat's going away at the same time. A pressure cooker, the whole reason that you have that, it holds all that heat, it presses all that heat into the dish that you're cooking to cook it faster. So it's not letting that heat escape until the very end.
Right.
So I would think that it would actually benefit to have that pressure cooker so that it doesn't have all that slow heat going out into your kitchen or wherever.
Definitely, definitely. So, thank you all for sending us your questions and sending us your photographs of how you're either using the recipes or getting the fun aprons at home. If you would like to get either a Crock Star apron or a Crock Posse, I'll clean that up later, apron, then you can look down below, and all the links for that are down below as well.
Well, I love that we've seen a lot of people giving us messages, not just sending us pictures. Y'all are awesome for doing that. I've got people on the Facebook groups. I've got people that are hitting me up on Twitter saying, hey, I've got my apron, I've got my shirt. That is so awesome. We thank you, not just because you're sporting the Crock Posse wear for everybody to see. Also, you're supporting us when you do that, and we greatly appreciate that. It makes us feel like we're doing something right, and that we're so happy that we've got a community that's supporting us, not just watching us online, but also support us financially. So we greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that. We will not let you down, and we're going to keep going doing a lot of cool things because of that.
Yes. So how about the menu this week? We're not going to transfer to the chalkboard because we couldn't put the chalkboard up here, but our
I'd have to rip out an entire wall.
Our lovely assistant, Miss Ad, is going to help us with the images back there. Aren't you, Miss Ad? Sure. Okay, Aunt Lou sent me a text of the menu. She put together this week's menu, so I thought I would just begin to share with you. All right, so this week's snack, Aunt Lou is sharing her cinnamon applesauce. So, and look, Miss Ad's got it right there.
Our own little Vanna White back there.
Yes. And she has no idea who that is.
No, that's kind of before her time.
No. And then for breakfast this week, ham and cheddar quiche. Yum. Maybe it's just because I'm starving right now.
We're all really hungry, but ham and cheddar, that's awesome. And egg. Mm-mm-mm.
Yes. And then the dessert this week, she's got my chocolate cobbler, and that is divine. One of my girlfriends, whenever I come over to a pitch-in or a potluck at her house, she's always like, please bring the chocolate cobbler. So this is this is a definite winner.
That's good with either a big old glass of milk or a nice big hot cup of coffee.
Yes. And then on Monday, Aunt Lou says we should be having our rotisserie style chicken with creamy crock pot mac and cheese.
I can totally see that happening.
Two very yummy and easy dishes, and I love having a side dish cook alongside in a different crock pot, but cook alongside the main dish, and then that way you don't have to cook anything else when you get home.
Something cool about the rotisserie chicken, that's one of the first dishes that you ever made for Recipes at Crock. That's one of the first dishes you ever tried out for just to have.
Yes, it's one of those tried and true, and we cook it all the time kind of things. And then on Tuesday, Aunt Lou says we should be having beef tips with gravy.
I won't argue with her.
Oh, you won't?
No.
Yeah. Are you still showing them back there, Miss Ash?
She's back here doing this.
Okay.
It's kind of hurting my wrist.
Oh, is it too heavy?
All right.
Okay, Wednesday is leftover day as always, or another oldie but goodie lasagna soup.
Yeah.
Very yummy. It's a unique way to use a hamburger helper meal, by the way. So this is one for the convenience food folks who like that. On Thursday, Aunt Lou says we should be trying some teriyaki pork loin.
Oh, yeah.
With creamy crock-pot corn. Her creamy crock-pot corn is one of the most popular recipes on the site. We have it every holiday. It's very yummy. So big thumbs up. And then last but not least is Friday, and that is Aunt Lou's cream chicken sandwiches. And a lot of readers tell us this is like a childhood memory for them, that they remember this recipe from either their cafeteria or from potlucks when they were kids, or grandma used to make it. And so this is one of those kind of nostalgic recipes that everybody loves.
I can see that. Those are one of my favorite. That's those sandwiches. I can remember coming home one night and you're like, hey, try this.
Yeah.
And it was one of the best things I could ever had after work. It was really, really good.
Well, that's our menu, and we're almost to the breakfast. This was like perfect timing.
Good, because I'm starving. We just gave a menu. We haven't eaten yet. I have so many visions of food in my head. I'm so happy to go get something to eat.
Alrighty, guys. Well, remember, there is no Church Song Sunday. We will be back next week with Church Song Sunday.
And also the work week wind down on Friday nights.
Yes. And so, we are on kind of an odd schedule, as we've told you guys before, on the summer. Clearly, we're in the car taping the weekly chat, but we will be trying to get out as much content as possible. And so send us your questions.
Send us your comments.
Bye.
Ready?
All right.
And we're going to instant your answer pot questions. We're going to instant your answer pot questions. It's hard to do this and drive.
You're not driving yet.
Well, I will be, and I'm focusing on that.
Crock Posse shout out.